Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. Before we begin today's lesson, let me ask you something. Take a quiet moment and ask yourself, how did you spend yesterday's Christmas? Were you with your family? Did you visit relatives, talk, laugh, eat together, or maybe miss someone? Now here's another question, and this one really matters. Were you able to talk about your family in English, or did you feel shy, confused, or unsure of the words to use?
Hi everyone, I'm John. If you felt nervous trying to talk about your family in English, don't worry, you are not alone. Many learners struggle with this topic. They know their family very well, of course, but when they try to describe them in English, they hesitate. They worry about grammar, they mix tenses, or they simply don't know how to start.
That's so true. Family is a personal topic, so learners often feel extra pressure. They want to speak correctly, but instead they freeze. One common mistake learners make is trying to say too much at once. They start with a long sentence and then get lost halfway through. But the secret is simple. Start small.
Exactly. Talking about your family doesn't need complicated sentences. You can begin with something very basic, like, I come from a small family, or I have a big family. That alone is already a perfect start. From there, you can slowly add details when you feel comfortable.
Another struggle learners face is confusing family words. For example, they might mix up cousin, nephew, and niece, or say, my brother is 30 years, instead of my brother is 30 years old. These mistakes are very common, and they're completely normal. What matters is that you keep speaking.
Let's imagine a simple conversation. Someone asks, how many people are there in your family? You can answer, there are 4 people in my family, my parents, my sister, and me. Clear, simple, and correct. You don't need fancy words to sound natural.
And when you want to talk about what your family does, you can use easy sentences like, my father works as a teacher, or my mother stays at home, or my sister is a student. These sentences are short, but they communicate clearly.
Now let's talk about Christmas, because many family conversations start there. Someone might ask, how did you spend Christmas? Learners often panic here, but the answer can be very simple. You can say, I spent Christmas with my family, or we had dinner together and talked a lot. That's enough to keep the conversation going.
Yes, and you can add feelings, too. For example, it was really nice, or it was relaxing, or it made me very happy. Talking about feelings makes your English sound warm and human, even if your sentences are simple.
Another common mistake learners make is using the wrong tense. They might say, yesterday we eat together. It's okay. The correct form is yesterday we ate together. But even with the mistake, people understand you. Don't stop speaking because of small errors.
That's such an important message. Confidence grows when you speak, not when you stay silent. Talking about family is actually one of the best ways to practice English because the topic is familiar. You don't need to invent ideas. You already know your family very well.
Let's also talk about asking questions, because conversations go both ways. You can ask someone, do you have a big family? Or, who did you spend Christmas with? These questions are friendly and natural, and they help you practice speaking without pressure.
And if someone shares something personal, you don't need a perfect response. You can say, that sounds lovely, or that must have been nice, or even, I understand. Simple reactions show interest and keep the conversation alive.
So, to everyone listening today, remember this. Talking about your family in English doesn't require perfect grammar or long sentences. It requires honesty, simplicity, and a little courage.
Think again about yesterday's Christmas. Think about your family, your moments, your memories. You can talk about them in English, one sentence at a time.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and don't be afraid of mistakes.
We'll see you in the next podcast. Until then, take care and keep learning English with confidence.